Welcome to A Recipe Reborn, featuring your favorite foods from Final Fantasy XIV. Hello, my name is Lemon Drop, and I develop recipes by combining real-life culinary inspiration with the in-game recipe, description, thumbnail, geography, and lore. If you're into 14 and food, please subscribe and click the bell for a new episode every Tuesday. Today I'm making Starlight Donuts. This, my friends, is the finale to my 4-part Starlight Celebration dessert series. Over the last 3 weeks, I've made desserts from Ulda, Limsa Lominsa, and Gridania, and this week I wanted to make something a little different. The 2018 Starlight Celebration featured traditional Ishgardian music and singing, so I figured the donuts that came along with them could be part of that tradition. Since this is both a seasonal and tabletop item, there is no in-game recipe, so I've outlined my ideas here. I chose Heavenly Kukuru powder, also known as cocoa, since it's described as being exotic, expensive, imported, and therefore available only to the elite people of the Holy See. I think it's fair to say that the famous traveling bards known as the homunculi fall in this category. Curthan tea leaves and vanilla beans are both from the Curthus Western Highlands, and snurble are from the Dravanian hinterlands. So to capture the flavors of Ishgard and the areas around it, I'll be working with chocolate, vanilla, tea, and strawberry. Since this is my first time making donuts, I'm using the Krispy Kreme donut recipe created by Claire Saffitz from the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen. I'm combining most of the wet ingredients and then adding the yeast to get it going. This should get nice and foamy while I prepare the remaining dough ingredients. I'm using my stand mixer today, though you can definitely make this by hand, it will just take more time and effort. The first step is to bring everything together into a shaggy dough. When I can no longer see any dry flour, I turn up the speed to knead the dough until it is smooth and no longer sticky. You can give it a poke with your finger to test the stickiness, just make sure to turn off the mixer first. Now I'm shaping the dough into a ball, covering it with floured plastic wrap and letting it rise in a warm place for 2 hours. Once risen, it rests in the refrigerator overnight, which will immensely improve the flavor. Check out how much bigger it is the next morning. I'm rolling this out and making sure everything is floured, including my hands, the rolling pin, and the cutters. Each donut gets its own little parchment paper square so I don't mash them while transferring them to the fryer. I'm using this flour cookie cutter to get that scallop-shaped edge. I realize whoever drew the thumbnail probably intended for the flower-shaped ones to be Japanese-style mochi donuts, but again, this is my first time making donuts, so I'm going easy on myself here. I put a link in the description if you want to learn more about mochi donuts. These go into hot oil to cook on each side for about 3 minutes. I found it pretty tough to regulate the temperature even with a thermometer, so I don't recommend doing this without one. Give it a little flipperoo with a pair of chopsticks, and check this out. The donut on the left was cooked only 30 seconds longer than the one on the right, so if you do this, definitely keep a close eye on them. Okay, time for the glaze. To keep things simple, I'm making chocolate ganache and white chocolate ganache, which are really simple to make. They are equal parts chocolate and heavy cream melted, which I do in the microwave for 10 seconds at a time. You can use a double boiler if you prefer, or you can heat the cream which melts the chocolate. Any method will work. The green glaze is my opportunity to incorporate tea flavor, which is just a little bit of matcha powder mixed in with the white chocolate ganache. The pink glaze has a touch of powdered strawberry in it, which packs a surprisingly strong flavor. I made this little candy star by cutting a candy melt or molding wafer with a sharp knife. Is it just me, or does this donut kind of look like the Mandragora Queen minion? So these little guys are ears for my Moogle donut, and again, they're candy melts that I cut and then decorated with strawberry ganache. This is another red M&M for the Moogle's nose. These are little slots for the ears, and I also cut little X's to slide in the antlers. So I think this is supposed to be a Moogle reindeer, not sure how else to describe it. I wanted it to be a little whiter, so I dusted on some powdered sugar and then drew on the eyes with chocolate ganache. And that's it! All that's left to do now is toss them in the old Exarch sandwich basket and dig in. Look at how cute the Moogle reindeer is! I think decorating holiday cookies is a wonderful tradition, but I find that I enjoy looking at them more than eating them. With these donuts, they taste as good as they look. I especially love the matcha glaze, the bitterness of the tea works really well with the sweet ganache, and the strawberry glaze brings a little tangy sourness too. I hope you enjoyed my Starlight Celebration dessert series. I had so much fun making it. I'll be taking next week off to work on some improvements to this channel and my website, so this is officially the last episode of A Recipe Reborn for 2019. I'm excited to share what I've got in store for you in 2020. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, thank you for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks for another recipe and another episode.